Hello, I'm Don Hammock, Sports Information Director at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Thank you for joining us for a happy edition of Bulldog Blitz. Big rivalry win for the Bulldogs. Gulf Coast beats Pearl River 42-28 here in Poplarville. We're going to have all the highlights with Coach Jack Wright, wide receiver Antwaan Mays, and defensive back Willie Breland. After that, we'll introduce you to running back Connor Brown when we play 10 questions. And then Coach Hope Adams will introduce us to her 2025-26 women's basketball team. The Bulldogs are getting ready for another great season. Stick around. Here on the field with Gulf Coast head coach Jack Wright. Jack, I think this is the 103rd meeting between these schools. It's a huge rivalry and weird things happen. What was tonight like for y'all?
Just a tough game, tough opponent. South Division game on the road. I can tell you what to expect. It's not going to be easy. The South gets no easier going forward. We came out on the right side of this one, but for a long time we didn't know.
You guys offensively struggled a little bit in the first half, and then in the second half you're able to get things kind of cranked up. What changed for y'all?
We had some big throws. To get it going. We threw the ball a little bit more on early downs, I think, which gave us a little bit more of a predictable look. We wanted to get the ball out of Landon's hands quick. Probably should have done that earlier. You know, we had some matchups out there that we loved, and we finally hit them later in the game.
We just talked with Antwaan Mays. You'll see the interview here in a couple minutes, but he had a big touchdown play to kind of get y'all going.
Yeah, the first touchdown of the game. Like you said, we were struggling moving the ball. He came free, got some good separation on that touchdown pass and made a clutch catch and got in. So he kind of got us going. He kept us in the game earlier when they were moving the football and scoring. We kind of had to keep pace and stay in there so we could win it later.
You're down 21-13 and then just explode, wind up going up 42 to 21. And Ty had 3 touchdowns right in a row. I mean, he just, gets better and better, it seems like.
He's fast. He's elusive. Good. He's good before the ball hits his hands. He's good after the ball hits his hands. He's hard to cover one-on-one. He just continues to make big plays for us tonight and last week. In a couple other games, we had to have him. He comes through in critical moments. We know he's a talent, and we know he's hard to pin in.
And we don't need to talk any more about him because we talk about him every week. Mason Beverly had a couple of huge plays that really got y'all.
Yeah, I know. We had a couple of big plays there in the third quarter. But to me, the play that got us going was Mason's big play on first down. We got the ball, and we took a shot at him. He came open like he always does, and that's kind of where I felt like we got our rhythm a little bit. Landon hit a big throw and kind of got some confidence. So I think that was a key play.
And I know y'all are trying to establish a run, and I think Allen had a good night tonight. So what'd you see running?
I don't know the numbers. We got to run the ball better. I think every coach in America can say that. But again, they're good on defense. They had a good plan for us. There was always an extra guy in the box. So. But we got to be able to run it in those situations regardless of what they're doing on defense. We've got to continue to improve in a lot of areas, and running the football is the first one that comes to mind.
Pearl River was missing their first 2 quarterbacks. Did they do stuff differently this week, running the third-string guy? Or?
It didn't look like it to me from the sideline. You just got to give them credit. They executed. We did force a couple of turnovers, but, we got to put them in situations to feel a little pressure. I think that's where I'm a little disappointed is we didn't put them in behind the chains enough tonight, and so that's kind of where I think the disappointment bleeds in.
We're going to talk with Willie Breland. He had a big interception that gave y'all a really short field there in the fourth quarter. You were able to get the turnovers, I think, when you really needed them tonight.
We did. We got a big one. We had to challenge one to get the field goal there before halftime. So that's something we've got to continue to do. You don't win big games if you just let the other offense execute, don't disrupt what they're doing, don't get turnovers. You've got to, you can give up some yards here and there, but you've got to create some negative plays for them in order to win games.
You guys get everybody in the conference has an off week next week. What's going to be your strategy for that?
I don't know. I'm just ready to rest. Well, we got 3 days off. We're giving the players 3 days off, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've been on a short week. They've earned it. They've been a lot of hard work over the last 12 days or so, especially. So they've earned the time off. we're going to take a couple of days off as coaches, kind of collect our thoughts, and come back to Monday with a plan.
You always got to go recruiting too, so that's always in the mix as well.
Always,
so.
never stops.
Congratulations,
Great.
Jack.
Thank you, Don.
Here on the field, wide receiver Antwaan Mays from Miami, FLA. Antwaan, big win over an arch rival. How'd that feel getting the W tonight?
It felt amazing. All the guys came together after halftime. We kind of bonded on the field, and the results showed.
Yeah, y'all got off to a little bit of a slow start. What changed for y'all there in the second half?
Just coming together as a team. We knew coming into this week, they wasn't really the problem. It was going to be on us and how we communicated on the field. And the first half was a rough start, but coming out of halftime, we kind of communicated, got our problem solved, and it showed.
3 catches, 72 yards. You had a 44-yard touchdown catch. Walk us through that play.
The cornerback was pressed. I was telling Coach Wright the whole game, like, he's pressed and just give me a shot, and he gave me a shot, and I made the most out of my opportunity.
It looked like in the second half, all the wide receivers were able to get some separation on the DBs. Is that what you were seeing out there?
Yes, sir.
What'd you see out of the regulators? I know they got off to a little bit of a slow start too, but they were able to buckle down a little bit there in the second half.
I mean, it's all practice. We know you're going to mess up sometimes, but it's all about coming together as a team, and that's what we did.
It's hard to hold any team down these days in college football. All the offenses are really good. You guys have an off week next week. What's it going to be like to get a little blow this time?
I mean, it's not really a blow. We're still going to go ahead and attack this week like we have a game this week because we got to prepare for the next opponent.
Congratulations, Twan.
Thank you.
Here on the sidelines with defensive back Willie Breland, all the way from Wiggins. Hometown guy, doing it big. He's got his whole family right over here taking pictures of him and taking some videos. We're going to talk to Willie here. Willie, he had 4 tackles tonight, big interception. Let's talk about the interception first. What happened on that play?
Honestly, so we prepared for this the whole week. We knew they was going to throw the ball, and they kind of needed it to convert. You know, they slowed down. We slowed them down in the run game. So honestly, I just dropped back and read the quarterback, and he threw it right to me. Well, like, he threw it to the man, but I was there. You know?
Yeah, there were a lot of times when y'all were right on top of receivers. I don't think it was the cleanest game for the regulators as y'all would have liked, but what did y'all do to hang in there?
We just kept fighting. You know, we knew they was gonna come out on fire and all pumped up because they didn't have anything else to lose. So this basically was their championship. So we knew they was gonna come out like that, and we just had to finish. That's all it was.
I think this is a 103rd meeting between the schools. It's always a big deal. We're only about 26, 28 miles apart, so everybody knows everybody, that kind of thing. What did you see from the offense tonight? They really got it cranked up.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna start out with saying their defense came out on fire again, but I think we was kind of passive at first, trying to figure them out, and once we did in the second half, we basically lit them up, went over their head, and that is what it is.
Coach Wright said y'all are going to get a little time off because we don't have a game next week. What's that mean for you guys?
Honestly, we need that. We got a bunch of guys that's banged up, so we need that little break. But we got to come back and hit hard again on that bye week.
Yeah, we had homecoming on Saturday, turn around and play on Thursday, so it's a short week of prep. You don't get the full week, and like you said, we're through 5 games, and guys need a little rest.
Yep.
So congratulations, Willie.
Thank
Good job, and we'll see you here next week around the camp.
Yes, sir.
Let's play 10 questions with running back Connor Brown.
Hi, my name is Connor Brown, and I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Growing up in Jackson, it was just like growing up any other place. We watch football, go to football games on Friday nights. But it's known to be a little bit worse, but my parents tried to keep me out of that, so I just stayed out the way. I started playing football at the age of 6 in Jackson, and I just loved it ever since. I actually was pretty good. I just run away from everybody. It was fun. That's the only position I ever played. I played a little bit of linebacker, but just mostly running back my whole life. It brings something out of me. It's like a peaceful thing to do, and I can just have fun because I really love like football. I just love it. So I met Coach Bouvier back in high school. He was a coach at Jackson Academy, and I went there for 2 years, and he was the same guy back then that he is now. Super fun guy. He's definitely a player's coach, and I appreciate everything he's done for me. He just lets us play free, you know. He just tells us the two major things is protect the quarterback and protect the ball. Everything else is on us, you know. We just go out there and play ball. My favorite athlete is Michael Jordan. Just his mentality and how hard he goes, and he just never satisfied. I just like the tenacity. Just watching old videos, you know, I wasn't born, but Michael Jordan was just different, you know. That's why he's a GOAT. I'll probably be a producer. Like, I love music. I can hear beats and samples and all that, so I'll probably do that. My favorite superhero, I'll probably go with Batman, because he's regular. He's a regular person, but he's like the best one out of all of them because he's smart and he knows how to beat his opponent. Something nobody knows about me is I like to play with Legos on the side. Like, I got like a lot of Legos, and I just build them in my free time. I got like trucks, and I got the Mandalorian from the Back to the Future. First, I thank God, but if I have to thank anybody else, probably my dad. He was the first person to believe in me, and he still believes in me to this day, and instills so much into me. And I still take it every day with me. My birthday is on December 24th, so it's like they're in the same day, kind of. So I'll probably say I got a guitar my junior year, and I play the guitar too. So yeah, probably my guitar.
Coach Hope Adams and her Bulldogs are getting ready for the 25-26 women's basketball season. Let's meet the Bulldogs.
I'm Hope Adams. I'm the head women's basketball coach here at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. I'm going into my 9th year as head coach. I'm really excited about this upcoming year. We have 2 returning sophomores, Taylor Felton and Caitlin Brinkley. We're bringing back a lot there, especially with Taylor, fast point guard. Now that she's went through that freshman year, she's more experienced. She's coming back, she's understanding the system, and she's ready to go. Caitlin went down last year right there in the middle of conference, but she's dedicated herself to rehab. Her body looks great, she's looking strong, and she's actually ahead of schedule to get released. And so we're really excited about those 2 pieces returning, as well as we had 3 transfers this year that will be classified as sophomores. The first one being Nautica Bowie from Panama City, who transferred in from Pensacola State. We're really excited about the value that she's gonna bring to our team. She's a leader, she's hard-nosed, she's high motor. I'm really excited about what she's gonna do in this league this year. as well as we have Akila Bryan, who's also a transfer from Pensacola State, elite athlete. I've never really coached an athlete like her, and so we're really excited about her development and what she's going to bring to the team as well. And last but not least, we got Ariana Piegler, who transferred in, who's bringing us state championship pedigree. She's a 4-time state champion. And so what we've been talking about is let's make it 5 times. You know, she transferred here to get a championship, as well as just get back in the swing of things. She's a true winner. She brings us leadership and just how she facilitates the floor. And so those 5 sophomores that we have, we're really excited about that. I think we made up for some great pieces, but by adding those pieces. And so we're just ready to go make a run. Right now, we're in the middle of preseason, of course, and so we're just taking it day by day, trusting the process. Even though the goal is to always win a championship, we understand that there's a process, and so right now we're just learning how to do hard well. We got a lot of new incomers as far as our freshman group. This is a deep freshman class. We're gonna have a lot of depth. We have a 5'10" point guard or a combo guard, Renaya Ellis, who's gonna bring us a lot of versatility from around the wing. We could play her in multiple positions. She has high IQ. Right now with any freshman, you know, we just gotta get playing and they just gotta get that experience on the floor. As well as we have Brianna Black, who was a Mississippi Valley commit, but she decided to come JUCO and go to Mississippi Gulf Coast. I think she has a very high ceiling. I think as she's continued to grow, as well as get stronger, she's gonna bring a lot of value to the team. We had Khalil Kennedy, who's a 6'3" freshman as well, bring a lot of versatility to our team, shoot the 3 ball, and as well as we'll develop her in the paint. We have Savannah Wilson, who's also a 2-time state champion. I guess the biggest thing I say, she reminds me of Jemiah Evans, and I know anybody who's a Mississippi Gulf Coast fan understand who Jemiah Evans is, and so we're really excited about what she's gonna bring to the program and the legacy that she's gonna leave behind as well. We also have 2 kids from Jefferson Davis County. We have Shayla Thornberry as well as Zaya Walker. They're both bringing value on the defensive end. We also have Riley Bishop coming in from Hancock. They're always a winning program. She's brought a lot of value to our program. She's added to our culture. Great kid. We're actually looking to get some minutes from her this year. Just a hard worker. We also have Khalees Vickers, who's coming in from Bay St. Louis. Every newcomer on this team is actually bringing us a lot of value. I've never been this deep since I've been here in 9 years, and so that's exciting. The biggest goal was this year to make sure that if we had any injuries, that we would still have depth. We would still have next man up that could come in and we don't actually decelerate once we get into conference. We also have Cam McLaurin coming in from Mendenhall. Cam, the coaches and I, we always get together and just talk about how excited we are to see who she's going to become deep conference. She's a 6'1" big body from Mendenhall. She's a hard worker. She wants to be good. And so I'm just excited that she got the opportunity to come JUCO and how she's going to finish out these next 2 years. We also have CeCe Friesen from Oxford, Mississippi. Strong, just aggressive defender, great rebounder. Just as far as what we added to this roster, we could go either way. We want to play fast. We want to push the tempo. I feel like we have that. We're shooting the 3 ball really well right now. We have the slashers. Right now, we're just trusting the process to make sure that when we get into conference, we start peaking at the right time and that we keep everyone healthy and that we're just ready to make the run at the right time. I feel like the conference is wide open. Of course, you have Itawamba. They're coming back, reigning champs. They brought back some pretty good pieces. You got Northwest. You also have Pearl River. You have Jones. You have Mississippi Delta. Anybody in this league can beat you, especially on the road. And so it's very important. That's what we're telling all our newcomers and our transfer sophomores, that in this league it's very gritty. It's very tough on the road. You can never overlook an opponent. And so every day we must get better. We must prepare to fight through adversity. We must prepare to fight through bad calls. And so The biggest thing is we tell them not to complain, because once you get on the road, you got to be able to fight through tough moments. And so this league is wide open. Like I said, I'm excited about this year. I think the team who focus on all the small details, that's the team that's going to get it done. Of course, we got Coach Barty. That's my right-hand man. She brings a lot of value to our program as far as making sure the kids get their academics, the day-to-day schedule, but the most important thing is the developmental piece that she brings to the girls with just getting them better with the small things every single day. She's real big on fundamentals. She's real particular about what she does, but I feel like when she gets those girls in the gym individually, she helps us be able to put a great product on the floor, because it's my job just to put the big picture together, but what she brings to the table, put a better athlete on the floor, a better basketball on the floor, so that big picture looks like it needs to look. As well as we got Coach Crosby. That's our new assistant coach. We're so excited to have her. She brings a lot of positivity to the program. The girls really love her. She's relatable. She's that crossover between, she understands like she's a coach, but she's not that far removed from being a player. And so she's the perfect fit right now for what we need. She has a great basketball mind. She's been really good for our point guards. And so I'm really excited to have her on board as well.
That'll do it from here in Poplarville after a big rivalry win. We'll see you in a couple weeks when Gulf Coast entertains East Central at A.L. May Memorial Stadium. We'll see you then.